I'm officially saying it. This is official. There's no more arguments in my opinion. It's over with. Keanu Reeves' best role, besides Bill and Bill and Ted, and obviously Neo in The Matrix, his best role is now John Wick in the trilogy of John Wick. It is Keanu Reeves. He will be known as John Wick to me now. I mean, he's obviously known as Neo, but John Wick is his defining role, and it is awesome. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. This is the third installment of the John Wick franchise, and if you've not seen John Wick 1, it's amazingly awesome, and so, like, it was a movie that came out of nowhere. Obviously, number 2, super entertaining. Not a bad movie. People hate on this movie for some reason. I hated on the other day, but, like, it's only because it's not as good as the first one. But number 2 is 100% like a B+, A- kind of movie, and so now we're entering the third one. Now we have a trilogy, John Wick trilogy, and so entering this movie, spoiler alerts for John Wick 2. This is a major spoiler for John Wick 2 if you haven't seen John Wick 2. But the very end of John Wick 2, basically he killed someone in the hotel, and now they're all like, you broke the rules, you have a bounty on you, you better run. And the movie picks up right where number 2 left off, and he's on the run, and now the clock is ticking, and it ticks off, and it's available. 15 million bounty, every assassin after him, and John Wick's got to survive, and he's got to do gung fu the entire movie, and my God, was this movie just awesome. Let me just say, this movie, I think it was Chad Liskey. I know David Leitch did Deadpool 2, so this one is Chad Liskey. It was 2 directors the first movie, then the other guy went and did Deadpool 2. Chad Liskey, I'm pretty sure that's his name, did John Wick 2, and now he's doing the third one. And let's just start off with the action. I mean, there's literally no words how perfect this action is. The action is why you watch these movies. The action is why you go see this movie, and the action delivers so much, and it is awesome. The fighting is jaw-dropping, amazing, and there are some brutal, break some bones, blood spewing, and it's all awesome. And there was actually a crowd of people tonight, a late showing, and there was like 40 of us in there, and everyone went like, God, and, oh, and like that, and it added so much to the experience. But like I said, the fight scenes in this movie are absolutely amazing, and you gotta give it to Keanu Reeves and the stunt crew. I mean, this is some, like, there's like 10-minute scenes of people fighting and moves and moving around and grabbing axes and swords and guns and shooting, and you just gotta give a lot of credit to the stunt people, Keanu Reeves for like training, Halle Berry. I mean, you gotta give some credit. This is why I think the Oscars need to nominate stunt men and stuff like that, because this is a movie where people need to be credited, because I mean, it's jaw-dropping amazing action, and it's because of the stunt work in this movie, and I loved it. Keanu Reeves as John Wick, I mean, he's awesome. He doesn't say as much as in this one like he did the second one, because I'm not gonna lie, Keanu Reeves is not the best actor in the world. I'm going to be straight up with you. He is not the greatest actor in the world. He's had good roles, but he is Keanu Reeves in basically everything. But in this movie, they've given him limited lines, and when he delivers the lines, and then they're great and amazing. He's awesome as John Wick. But in this movie, he definitely, like, he goes to, like, what is it called? He goes to the desert, basically. There's a section in this movie that's definitely the slowdown until a certain action scene with dogs, which is amazing with Halle Berry. But overall, the middle section is probably the slower section, I would say. But the beginning and the end are literally action galore. There's a good action in the middle, but I'm saying the middle section is where the movie slows down a lot, and there's a lot of world building. That's what's really awesome about the John Wick franchise. The world around John Wick is literally just waiting for a TV show to be produced. This world needs to have its TV show or something. Like, it is just insane of how many assassins there are, how much world building there is. People are across the world. I mean, this movie does a great job like the second one in building this world. Because the first one, again, is all about the puppy getting killed, and he's coming out of retirement to kill him. And then the second one brought that back with his house being blown up, and he wants to kill the people who did it, and it's it builds the world, and this one expands the world. So there's a lot to this franchise that can be really built off this movie, and I love the world building. And again, the middle section is where it goes across New York. It goes to like the desert area, and it does slow down. Halle Berry's character, she's only in it for probably like 15 minutes, but she's a badass when she's in it, and you can tell she worked very hard on her scenes. Her dogs are awesome. I loved it. The comedic timing in this movie was really good. My biggest criticisms overall, besides the middle section being a lot slower, I would say, and this is being honest, there are some dumb moments. I mean, I understand there's great action scenes in Kung Fu and stuff like that, but there's some moments you're like, okay, come on. Like, I will admit, sometimes the fight scenes seemed a little slow, like when they were like breaking arms, like they were going slow. You could almost tell they trained this fight scene. They were going slower than usual, I could say. There's just some moments you're like, alright, so you can see Keanu Reeves, he's like, alright, left arm, right arm, bend backwards, do this, hold for a second, bam, do that, hit him. Like, there's moments you can tell the fight sequences are very choreographed, kind of like Star Wars Episode 3. Sorry. But this scene is a lot better than Star Wars Episode 3, trust me on that. But again, the fight scenes are amazing, and I would say there's just moments that are just dumb. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's a scene where two assassins are about to fight John Wick, and they tell him, "We respect you, we're excited to fight you," but there's moments where these people could have killed him, and besides killing him, they help him up, and they continue fighting him. It's not like a major spoiler, but I mean, that's just, it's like, why? Like, why even, if you're gonna like, continue to try to kill him, why even help him up? Like, I understand you respect him, but you're literally gonna kill him 10 seconds later. So there's moments like that are just completely dumb, whatever. There's a scene where someone is stabbed many times, and they lived. I'm not gonna spoil it, but they are sliced, and they lived. I'm like, no, you need to be dead. There's someone that falls off a building, breaks part of their neck, their back, everything. That person lived. I'm not gonna spoil who it is, but this person should be dead. There's just some moments that unbelievability is just thrown out the window, and you're just like, alright, just give me the action scenes and let me enjoy it, and that's what they kind of rely on, which I'm fine with. The story, I think, is way better than the second one. I think this movie has the best action out of the trilogy. First one, though, is just, it has the action, the story. You killed my puppy, I'm gonna kill you. So basically, this movie is just, again, world building, expanding on it, and obviously having great action, and John Wick's being a badass. Overall, the third chapter is definitely better than the second one, but not as good as the first one, so I am gonna give it a B+. And before anyone asks or anything, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but obviously everyone's like, alright, this is a trilogy, so I'm guessing the third one is the last one. I will not confirm or deny the ending of this movie. I will not spoil it, but I will say there has to be a fourth one. I'm not going to say on if John Wick continues on for the franchise, but this franchise needs a fourth one. The franchise needs to grow, I think. It needs to expand or something. There needs to be a next, I won't say a fourth one, there needs to be a next installment. So that's not a spoiler, I'm just saying there needs to be another movie in the franchise. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but obviously I've said what I said. Do I like the ending? I really like the ending. I didn't expect the ending to be this way, because I thought certain things this movie was gonna end in a conclusion area, but it doesn't, and I say the franchise needs to do another movie. I'm not gonna say anything, that's all I'm gonna say. There has to be another movie in this franchise. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time.